Can someone confirm that you can hear me, guys?
From my we can hear you.
Yes, you are audible.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's get started. First of all, um, as I have already been introduced, my name is Horace Chibembere. I am the founder and executive director of Hafotech, which is an initiative that is aimed at bridging gender digital divide in Malawi through provision of free digital skills training for the youth and for girls. I have a wide range of experience when it comes to data and systems. I have worked with the Ministry of Health in the Department of Health Management Information Systems. I have worked with Micromake, which is the first company that is into drone and data technology in Malawi, especially in systems development. I have worked with Concerned Youth Organization in the areas of data and field technology. I have also worked with Girls Empowerment Network in the fields of data collection. So I have a wide range of experience in regards to data. But then the topic that has brought me here tonight is to do with artificial intelligence. So for those of you participants who have been joining the previous visual course, I understand that some of the presenters who were here before me have tackled about this topic. Artificial intelligence, maybe to most of you, may not be a new name, but then it's a wide range of topic. We cannot really dive and dissect the whole topic tonight. But then I hope that in this session, I'll be able to share a few insights that will enlighten you, perhaps on other areas that you did not know, and maybe other areas that you knew, but then you were not so much versed into it. So I will embark on this journey through explaining the artificial intelligence, and will help you understand, the depths of AI, exploring its various types, and also delving into its versatile of applications, furthermore contemplating its profound advantages and potential disadvantages. So to begin this topic, the first thing that we have to do is we need to understand that what is AI, because AI is an abbreviation, and as you can see on the screen, AI simply means artificial intelligence. So as I have said, we're going to understand what artificial intelligence is. We're going to understand the types of artificial intelligence. We're also going to understand the main uses of artificial intelligence. Furthermore, diving deep into understanding the advantages and disadvantages of AI, artificial intelligence, or AI. So what's the definition of artificial intelligence? So in short, what is AI? So according to the definition that is on the screen, AI is a set of technologies that enable computers to perform a variety of advanced functions, including the ability to see, understand, translate spoken and written language, analyze data, make recommendations, and so on. What is this trying to mean? In other words, we're talking of machines. So we have machines, or what is known as computers, that are programmed to perform certain tasks automatically without the need for humans to supervise their work. So we understand that as human beings, we have got the brain and we are able to think. But on the other hand, and on the other side, we have got computers. And now computers are not human beings. They do not have a brain. They do not process data using a brain, but then they are able to perform certain tasks that a human being is supposed to perform. So the act of a computer or a machine to perform tasks that a human being most of the times performs is referred to as AI. So in essence, AI is an interdisciplinary field of computer science that is aimed at creating intelligent machines that are capable of stimulating or acting or behaving or taking the behavior of a human being, performing the tasks and that traditionally require a human intelligence. So it encloses a diverse range of subfields. That is, when we talk of machine learning, we talk of natural processing language, we talk of computer vision, and we also talk of robotics. So in short, AI, or artificial intelligence, strives to develop systems that can perceive, reason, learn, and adapt to new information, driving the boundaries of technology innovation. That is the ability of a computer rather, to imitate or act as a human being and process or do things that, in other words, a computer was supposed to perform. Now we need to understand the topic of why is it important that we understand AI or we dive deep into AI, because most of the times the answer lies in the pervasive presence and influence that AI has got in our present lives. So in our everyday lives today, we encounter AI sometimes in ways that we may not even understand. So for example, if some of you maybe you've come across terms or applications such as Apple Siri or Amazon's Alexa or Google Assistant in the areas of maybe when you open your laptop and then you want to type something, you're gonna hear a voice that is gonna tell you to type something or type out using your voice in that sense. So that seamlessly responds to voice command and performs various tasks. Sometimes you can set reminders and play music. Sometimes it can answer to questions. So these intelligence agents employ natural language processing algorithms to understand and interpret our queries, delivering our personalized responses in an instance. What am I trying to mean? There are moments, for example, I'll give an example of Google. So when you open your PC, we have got what is known as Google Assistant. Sometimes you find that you connect your computer to the internet and Google Assistant will be issuing out voice commands which you can respond to. And when you respond to, your computer performs those tasks. Another example would be sometimes perhaps you've tried out to Google on the internet and then you are too lazy to type on the type box. You can use your voice, tap on the microphone icon, and then say something, and the computer is able to listen to that and show you or depict results based on what you have said. So that is the power that AI has got. Now, for AI or artificial intelligence, or for the computer rather, in short, to perform such a task, that is enabled or that is made possible by what we call natural processing language, which allows the computer to understand what we are saying. So for starters, maybe just to break it a bit more, for a computer to understand the human language, the computer doesn't understand the language that we speak. The computer understands a language that we call binary language. So binary language is zeros and ones. So whatever we speak to a computer, the computer has to translate that into binary language, which are zeros and ones, so that it understands. And after it has converted into that, it translates that into natural language processing algorithm or a system which enables it to understand and respond accordingly. In addition to that, AI permeates our digital experiences through recommendation systems. Maybe some of us here have tried to shop on Amazon, or we have tried other platforms to shop. Maybe, for example, we have got Amazon. You can go on Amazon, which is a market app that you can sort out different things and buy different things from abroad. Or sometimes maybe some of you have used applications such as Pinterest. So Pinterest, when you log in into the application, you choose what you want to see and it delivers accordingly. Or maybe a simple example could be the use of Facebook. Maybe you've seen sometimes that when you log into Facebook, you search on something, let's say cars or phones, and then you realize that in the concurrent days that comes after you have searched that word, Facebook most of the times will be recommending similar activities to you. That is also made possible by AI, because AI or artificial intelligence has the ability of learning what a human being is searching through the feeds. Or maybe another example could be Netflix. Some of you here have watched movies on Netflix, and maybe some of you have tried to browse music using Spotify. So these applications have got sophisticated AI algorithms that analyze the past preferences and behaviors that curate tailored recommendations. So it leverages the vast amounts of data. Now, what am I trying to mean? AI, or these computers in short, they have the ability to predict our preferences based on our previous experiences, which leads to a more personalized and engaged user experience. For example, I've talked of Spotify. Then there are times when you go on Spotify, maybe you want to search for a genre of music, and then you're looking for hip hop music, and then once you search a hip hop music and then you play that song, you recognize that in the concurrent days after that, your phone will just give you or be giving you hip hop music, because it has large sorts of data and it gives you those data based on the parameters that you have given it. So in the realm of AI extends far beyond voice assistants, which I have given an example of, and it also extends beyond the recommendation algorithm, which I have explained about, and it encompasses groundbreaking technologies such as autonomous vehicles. So maybe some of us have heard of self-driving cars, or we have heard maybe of, we have used phones which to open them, it requires your face ID, which we call facial recognition systems. And maybe some of us, through our interactions, I'll give an example of myself. There are times when I'm interacting with people who understands different languages. So myself, I'm not that much versed with Tumbuka, but when I'm chatting with a Tumbuka person, I can go on the internet and type and ask Google, maybe something like, what is I love you in Tumbuka? And then Google will translate that. And we call that a language translation system. Is someone speaking? Sorry. Did I hear someone speaking or asking something, or I can continue?
You can continue.
All right, thank you. So that is what we call a language translation service, which is made possible by the algorithms or the code behind AI. And I've talked of autonomous vehicles or self-driving vehicles. Maybe we've heard of cars that drive by themselves, and we ask ourselves, how is it possible that a car is able to drive by itself? It uses algorithms, or it uses code that was written behind in form of AI. So driven by AI, there is a potential to revolutionize transportations. Sometimes the roads are safer, it reduces traffic congestions, and there's increased mobility for individuals with limited access. And I have also versed and given an example of facial recognition technology, which enables seamless and secure access to devices and facilities, ensuring that there is utmost protection and convenience. Another example that I have recently given is an example of a language translation service like Google Translate that allows us to translate language in real time from one language to another language, which assists in understanding languages in a globalized way. I remember there was a time last year in June when I traveled to Rwanda. So in Rwanda, they do speak Kinyarwanda, and when you go there, you're gonna find a transportation that is called boda boda. So most of the people who use boda boda or the motorbikes are not much versed in English. I would just go on Google, type out whatever I wanted to convey or wherever I wanted to go, and show these people they could be able to read and understand in their own language. But this was made possible by AI. Now I think we have understood the concepts of AI, and now we need to understand the types of artificial intelligence. So what are the types of artificial intelligence that are there? So we need to explore different types. So one such type is what we call reactive AI. So reactive AI systems, these are systems that excel at reacting to specific predefined situation, but they lack memory or the ability to learn from the past experiences. So artificial intelligence it in the past, but reactive machines don't have the power to learn from their past experiences. They operate in the present moment, employing pre-programmed rules to make decisions and to respond to whatever you're asking it. So I'll give an example of this. An example of reactive AI is what IBM Deep Blue. So maybe some of you have heard of have heard of a chess playing computer and to play against human beings. So this chess playing computer, I remember that it defeated the world chess champion by the name of Garry Kasparov in 1997. So it was developed by IBM and it used Deep Blue. So it showcased the remarkable capabilities of AI in strategic decision making within a confined domain. So AI acts in a way like a human being. As human beings, when we're playing chess, we're able to think to say, this is the move that I'm gonna play in the next session, or this is the way I'm going to play in the next session. So AI was able to beat that. And moving beyond reactive AI, we have what we call limited memory AI, as you can see on the screen. So what does this suggest? As the name, these systems have a little bit limited memory capacity. It allows them to store and recall previous data to make decisions based on historical information. So limited memory AI represents a significant advancement, enabling machines to learn from their past experiences and adapt their decision-making processes accordingly. So in short, what this means is that a computer or machine, just to dissect it, can be able to learn from their past experience, such as human beings. So for example, you've seen babies or children. As children grow, they are able to learn from their past experiences. For example, you may light a fire and you're going to find that a child is approaching that fire without fear of anything. But once that child touches that fire and realizes that this fire burns and maybe it has burned them on the finger or the hand, they are able to learn that this is fire, and next time they don't play again with that fire. And that is what happens in limited memory AI. So another example of limited AI is the autonomous vehicles or self-driving vehicles that I have talked of. So self-driving cars rely on continuous learning from past driving experiences to improve their navigation, to improve their responses on different road conditions, and even the overall safety. Now that we have transfers and at least understand the landscape of AI, we need to understand another different dimension. And this dimension that we need to explore is the uses of AI. What are the uses of AI? And before we dive deep into that, we have other two types of AI that I won't talk much of, and these are mind theory and self-awareness. And mind theory AI, these are machines that are able to understand human beings, that are made up of feelings and thoughts that modify their interaction with the world. And sometimes the behavior of these machines is or enables them to collaborate with social interaction. And the last type of artificial intelligence is what we call self-awareness. So in self-awareness, the ultimate goal of artificial intelligence is to create machines that are self-aware of their environment, and they can respond to the external environment based on the parameters that they have been given. So as with any technological advantage, AI has got its main uses. People nowadays are using AI in different ways. For example, the main uses of AI nowadays is in the healthcare. You're gonna find that when you visit different healthcare sections, most advanced hospitals are able to use AI in assisting diagnosing of diseases, and AI sometimes is used in medical images to develop personalized treatment plans. AI is being used in the drone technology industry. Maybe some of you have heard of drones which are being used nowadays. I'm an example. Myself, rather, was once a student at the African Drone and Data Academy, where I was certified by the ADDA as a certified drone pilot and engineer. So I understand the drone sector. You can take a drone nowadays, fly it into a field, say of groundnuts or maize, take pictures, and using AI, you can analyze and even detect different diseases that are on the farm using artificial intelligence. And using artificial intelligence, as I have said, it is also possible to use it in finance. So AI algorithms are able to predict market trends. They are able to detect even fraudulent activities on the internet and automate financial processes. So the manufacturing sector, even for example, nowadays, it also benefits a lot from AI, okay? So the financial sector benefits a lot from AI in the realms of, I'll give an example of robots that are able to perform complex tasks on assembly lines. Maybe we see cars nowadays, even cars are advanced, you're gonna see that most assembly lines are using AI or robots that are able to pick up machines and assemble them into the cars that we see, which enhances efficiency and accuracy. Even in the areas of customer service, this service is revolutionizing AI as there are chatbots that are being powered by AI that produce instant responses to customer inquiries. So AI, as you can see on the screen, has found its way in most and different areas, even in the areas of education, where it has personalized learning experiences, providing tutoring, and even automating administrative tasks. So as with any other technologies, AI is also being used in the commercial realms. It allows to know and recommend what a customer needs. It can predict trends and even make a detailed analysis. And other areas that it brings is that it enhances efficiency by performing tasks faster and even more accurate than humans. That in that way, they are able to reduce errors and increase productivity. I have also talked of automation, which is another very important part of AI that can take over repetitive tasks that are performed by humans and do them. Additionally, even nowadays, AI can operate in dangerous environments. Sometimes it can perform hazardous tasks, ensuring the safety of human lives. So most scientists nowadays are able to utilize AI maybe in terms of mixing different things, different mixing chemicals that are potentially hazard to the human health. They can send robots that are able to do that, and then the robot is able to do that without any fear of having any exposure to the human body. However, we must acknowledge that when we talk of these services, there are potential disadvantages and even advantages of AI. One of the advantages of artificial intelligence is the automation of repetitive tasks, as I have said, that there are certain tasks that are repetitive, and instead of using maybe 100 people to do the task, you can give the task to an AI which completes it in real time. This makes our day-to-day life much easier as the machine is able to perform that. The second advantage is that it reduces human error. So since there are few errors and these artificial intelligence are able to learn from the past, there is little human involvement and mostly these tasks are performed automatically. As such, the probability or the higher or the risk of having errors is greatly reduced. And sometimes talking of AI lacks the human qualities of emotions. It doesn't have ethics. So that means there's more room for creativity. It favors the creativity process of human beings since it leaves human beings with more time to think about maybe performing other tasks. And as you can see on the screen, we also have got advantages of artificial intelligence, which is increased accuracy. It reduces the likelihood of errors. Artificial intelligence provide accuracy in decision making. And as the AI performs these decisions that human beings could perform, it is revolutionary and it has the potential to shape the world. So talking of maybe more of the disadvantages, that comes with AI. I have talked of maybe job displacement as a main concern. Sometimes I have talked of also AI lacking the human qualities of emotions, ethics, and even subjective decision-making abilities, which may have profound implications in certain concepts. And then sometimes there are also privacy and security concerns that arise when using artificial intelligence. Finally, we also have bias and fairness issues that emerge as AI algorithms cannot inherit biases presented in the training data, and this results in biased decision making. So, just to conclude on what I have shared, this is the end of my screen. Just to conclude, AI is revolutionary technology and it has the potential to reshape the world. So we have explored various definitions, types, and practical applications that are considered in the terms of AI. And as we move forward, I believe it is very vital to embrace the possibilities that AI offers while even carefully understanding the navigation space. So I have given different examples of AI, and I have given different areas that AI is being used nowadays in terms of language translation, in robotics, in automotive cars, in drones. And then sometimes maybe one may have a question to say, how can you or myself as a layman use AI? So I'll just share my screen to give a few examples of AI and how it can be used. So as I have said, AI can be used in a constructive way and even in a way that is not constructive. So I'll give you an example of one of the areas that is common nowadays. In different areas within Malawi, in Africa, and even the whole world, you're gonna find people who are automating and using their tasks using AI. Recently, there was a concern by most lecturers that sometimes when you give students assignments, they are able to use different AIs that are able to assist them in different aspects of their assignments. So maybe you have heard of the common types of AI that are used in writing documents. I'll give an example of two types of softwares, and the first type is BAD. Maybe some of you have heard of BAD, or some of you have heard of ChatGPT. This is an example of an AI which was trained in different aspects of data, various types of data that ranges back before the year 2021. And when you ask it, it is able to produce and show you different things that you're able to see. So allow me to share my screen so that I should demonstrate a sample of what AI can assist us in achieving. Just a moment, please. Are you guys able to see my screen?
Yes.
Thank you. So I'll give an example of ChatGPT. Please, when we learn about these AI systems, let's not use them in a bad way. Let's not use these in assignments, as lecturers are able to detect when we use these artificial intelligence tools, using different tools and applications that assist in catering for plagiarism. So I'll give an example of ChatGPT, and I'll also give an example of another system that we call BAD. So all these are artificial intelligence systems, and they are being used in different areas. So let's say, for example, I am an author or I am a poet who wants to write a poem about something. So I'll give you an example in the world of poems. Nowadays, even locally in Malawi, if you find someone who is a very good poet to write you a poem about anything, any topic, the charge starts from 60,000 going above, depending on the lines that you need. Or let's say, for example, you're a musician and maybe you're too lazy to write a song. You can use artificial intelligence systems like ChatGPT. So I'll give it an example. When you open this link, it's gonna open this website and it's gonna prompt you to sign up or log in. If you have already an account, you just proceed to log in. If you don't have an account, you proceed to sign up. It's gonna send you a code. You enter the code and it will bring you to this page. So let's say, for example, I am a poet and I want to write a poem about Malawi. So I can just tell it to say, I want you to write for me a poem about the beauty of Malawi. When I type that, I will prompt the enter key on my keyboard, or I will use the enter icon on the keyboard, and this system will be able to generate for me a poem about Malawi. Sometimes if you want a more enhanced experience, you can tell it the way you want the poem to sound. So you can say, I want the poem to include names of regions in Malawi, and you give it to say maybe Blantyre, Lilongwe, and Mzuzu, and you place enter on your keyboard. It's gonna write you a poem that will contain the names that you have instructed it to bring. Or let's say, for example, you are applying for a job, or maybe you want to join the Malawi Police Service. So you can tell it to say, my name is James, and I am 40 years old, applying for a job at the Malawi Police Service. You can give it additional information, say for example, to say, I have a degree in computing and information systems, and I want you to write for me an application letter. And when you punch the send keyboard, AI is going to give you a format for which you can write your letter, and it's going to generate the letter which you can customize and modify based on what you want. Enough of ChatGPT as an example. I'll jump into BARD. So BARD is another type of AI that you can use in your different endeavors and aspects. So with BARD, you are even more able to generate images. So you can instruct BARD to say, I want you to create a logo for me or for my company, and the logo should contain images or graphics of a bird, and then you click send. BARD is going to analyze your request and it will be able to produce an image of what you want. Sometimes AI is down in terms of the areas that it is being fixed, or it is down, and it's gonna create you a message that tells you that it cannot be able to assist you with what you want. So going back to ChatGPT, for example, if I tell you that I want to commit suicide and I want you to write for me a letter that I should leave behind. So when you tell ChatGPT something like this, it's not going to give you the request that you're looking for. In essence, it will give you the opposite or advise you that it cannot generate the request, or it's going to advise you on different ways that you should act. As you can see, AI has apologized that it's sorry to hear that, and then it has advised me to reach out to a mental health professional or a trusted person in my life. Sometimes you can chat with AI as any human being. As I have said, these artificial intelligence systems are trained based on past data. And then when you converse with it, it is able to give you responses. So say, for example, I broke up with my ex-girlfriend and I need AI to advise or strengthen me. Or maybe I want to break up with my girlfriend and I need AI to help me write a statement that should be professional, at the same time should not hurt my ex. So I can tell it to say, I broke up with my girlfriend, or say, for example, I want to break up with my girlfriend and I want you to assist me with a message that I should send her and it should not hurt her feelings. After that, I'm gonna press in and AI will be able to give me a sample message. As you can see, it has given me a long string of characters that I can use to break up with my girlfriend peacefully. If it's too long, you can even tell her to say, make the response short. And then you're going to press enter or type the key box. So as you can see, it has generated a very short message to say, I hope you are doing well. After careful consideration, I have made the difficult decision that it's best for us to part ways. It's not easy for me to say this, but I believe we have grown apart and our paths are taking us in different directions. I genuinely care about you and I hope we can both find happiness and fulfillment separately. Take care. So as we can see, this message has been presented in a very professional way, which the other person will be able to understand, but it has been generated by AI, which was trained on past data. Another last example or final example that I'm going to give you is in terms of Amazon. So for example, myself, when I'm shopping on the internet, I use Amazon. So I want to open a link to Amazon and try to sign in if I can find my account. So just a moment, please. I'll type in Amazon. Let me use the United States Amazon instead of the UK Amazon. So just a moment, please, so that I should be able to show you an example of what I want you to see. So I'm going to sign in. Okay, I have an account, but I don't want to share my details here, so you forgive me. But basically, what I wanted to share you is that when you're shipping and shopping using Amazon, it gets your data and it understands your past preferences. When you land on the page, it is able to generate insights based on data that you have analyzed or you have searched before. I gave an example of this when I was talking of Facebook, that sometimes when you go on Facebook and then you search for cars, it's going to be giving you predictive analysis or data about cars most of the times when you log into Facebook, because it has a large feed of data which was trained on that. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to stop sharing my screen, as I have shared lots of examples on what I wanted to share. And at this moment in time, let me invite questions from the participants so that we should be able to address them and see if there are any concerns. Thank you.